guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Toni.Bryanne, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the biases when it comes to influencer marketing. But before we get into this topic, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Gleason. Gleason is an app where you can create GIFs with artificial intelligence. I have seen that the AI filter on TikTok has gotten really popular, but what makes this app more fun is that you're able to use any GIFs of your favorite celebrities, your favorite memes, and you can make them actually speak.
I'm dating Ronaldo. Me and Percy are a couple in real life. I fell in love with him on the set of the series.
Haley and I broke up, but we're friends now.
I will never wear any Balenciaga item again.
Kendall is missing Harry Styles, and I sent her this gift from Gleason.
I miss you too, baby.
I'm actually dating Harry Styles, not Kendall. Farewell, Travis.
My favorite thing about this app definitely has to be the interactiveness of it. It is so much fun to use and great to use when you're talking with friends and family. Download the Gleason app using this QR code or click the link in my description box for more details. And of course, it's completely free, which is the best part, okay? Like, let's be real. And thank you so much, Gleason, for sponsoring this segment of the video. And without further ado, let's get straight into this video. What made me really want to film this video definitely has to do with TikTok's new star, Alex Earl. If you do not know who Alex Earl is, she's a 22-year-old UMiami student that has blown up on TikTok by just doing get ready with me's, story times, etc, etc. She basically does what every lifestyle influencer does aside from the very lucrative day in the life routines, which I give y'all all types of props to because that is very hard to do on TikTok. So the TikTok community has been talking about Alex Earl blowing up so quickly. Her influence has been insane in general, and people are questioning why. So as I stated previously, Alex does a lot of similar content that many other influencers do, but they did not grow as quickly as she did. And that had people questioning why. Alex is a skinny white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, and she goes to UMiami. She basically has the full package to be an influencer. That's not to say that she's better than any other influencer, and that's not to say that only white influencers can make it, but in today's standards, a lot of the times when these influencers blow up, they typically have Alex's look. Alex has not even graduated college yet, and she's pretty set for it. Once she graduates, she will never have to move back in with her parents. She will never have to struggle again. She is on her way to making a 7-figure income. And if I'm being quite honest, a lot of it has to do with what Alex looks like. Now, I do like Alex. I did follow her at one point in time. I actually unfollowed her solely because she made so much content, so kudos to her. But I don't want to deter from the fact that I think her content is entertaining. I don't think it's bad. But if you look at the full picture and you see other influencers that are doing just as much as her or even more, there is no way Alex blew up that significantly if it wasn't due to her looks and her whiteness. I definitely believe it is okay to have these discussions without putting down another woman, and just because someone is having this discussion does not mean they're putting down another woman. I am by no means putting down Alex, but facts are facts. If Alex was a black woman, I highly doubt that her videos would have gotten as popular as they did. So moving along from Alex Earl, because there's several people that look like Alex Earl that blew up. They may have not blown up as quickly as she did, but they have had a very comfortable life due to their whiteness. And the question is why? And that has to do with the racist algorithm. Many influencers and social media users have called out TikTok's racist algorithm. And honestly, it's not just TikTok, because this is the same case when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to Instagram, and when it comes to any social media platform. Whiteness is constantly pushed. So it's not Alex's fault that she blew up. She blew up because the algorithm is going to push a white girl over a black girl. And I'm going to try and prove this theory right now, because you can't necessarily say that TikTok's algorithm is racist unless you have these facts. Anytime I look up a hair tutorial, or if I look up a clothing haul, or if I look up a vlog, I always have to type black girl at the end. This is the case with several social media platforms, including Pinterest. Every time a black girl wants to look up someone that looks like them, they have to specify it. Whereas white women can just look up the term and they don't have to specify anything, because people that look like them will always show up first. I'll give you guys an example right now. I just got this Amazon heatless curler. That's how my curls are kind of curling right now. I gotta do better job. I try to do something with it, but you know. So when I received this heatless curler in the mail, I wanted to see how other people used it because I did see one influencer use it that popped up on my For You page, but I wanted to see somebody else do it in more detail. So I just searched up Amazon heatless curlers in hopes that someone that looked like me, that had weave-in like me right now, would pop up. But lo and behold, that was not the case. It was strictly just white women until I typed in Amazon heatless curler black girl. It's frustrating and annoying that we have to put in that extra word, even though it's just typing a few extra words. It's frustrating that we have to do that and others don't. So just in general, non-white influencers are not getting their content pushed out. And lots of these influencers have found some hacks into getting their content pushed out, and this is one of them. Many black influencers are boxed in. We have to have a very specific niche in order to get any form of views or publicity. One that I think definitely stands out a lot has to do with natural hair. Anything that has to do with hair in general, I guarantee you will get a lot of views on those videos versus your other videos doing lifestyle content, because white is pushed for lifestyle content. Lifestyle influencers probably make the biggest income on social media, whereas hairstylist influencers don't make as much. Some other boxed in niches that black influencers have to stick with in order to get any form of attention is speaking about social problems, like all the time, me. Comedy, a lot of the times mocking black women in general. And lastly, I would have to say interracial relationships, because those get blown up like crazy. Time and time again, we're shown that white mediocrity equals black excellence, and it's becoming more and more of a problem. I can give you a mass of influencers that make amazing content that's very tedious, that is way better than Alex Earl's, though I do like Alex Earl. One influencer I will circle in on is Monet Michael. So Monet McMichael is a 22-year-old TikToker that is black and Puerto Rican mixed, and she's known mostly for doing very lucrative get ready with me's. What makes her get ready with me so special definitely has to do with the editing that she puts into it. She's not just clicking record and stopping and then starting the next part of her makeup routine. She actually edits it as if it's a YouTube video, and I really commend her for that. Her content is good, and the fact that Alex has surpassed her by the millions is insane to me. Now, that's not to say Monet is not making a ton of money, because she probably is, but it just shows the amount of work that she has to put into her content to amass the success that Alex has, and Alex is probably making more money than her. Speaking of money, let's get into sponsorship deals. So you guys may or may have not noticed that I have been getting a ton of sponsorship deals, and that's thanks to you guys. So I'm very, very blessed for that opportunity. I mean, I just did a sponsorship in the beginning of this video, but the issue that is shown all the time is that non-black influencers are not making the same amount of money as white influencers are in terms of sponsorships. There are thousands and millions of dollars in sponsorship deals, but the white influencers are getting the bigger chunk. There have been influencers like Jackie Aina, who is massive and is definitely good at her craft, who has said that she was not able to get the same amount of money on some sponsorship deals as her white counterparts when they discussed the sponsorship deal that they had. A lot of these companies undermine black influencers' influence because they're not getting pushed as much as the white influencers are. Not only that, in these companies' marketing spaces, they mainly will hire probably white people or non-black people. And those people are going to push content creators that they watch or content creators that look like them.
There's a saying that's like, pray that your name is mentioned in rooms that you don't know exist. That is the entire influencer marketing world. Like, somebody with authority has to see the value in your content for you to be recommended for a brand. And for the most part, it's not black people in these positions. Influencer marketing is a very white dominated industry. So the entry-level coordinator she was mentioning in another video that send PR to influencers because they want to be their friend, they're white. The agents are white. The managers that are in charge of making the decisions on which influencers will be recommended to get a paid brand deal, they're white. I worked at 3 different agencies, and I was either one of the only black girls or like one of 3, either on my team or like within the entire company. Nobody was dark skinned. And the influencers that they work with look like everyone else in the office, as in the same background, same upbringing, we're into the same things, same humor, same fashion, same lifestyle. For the few non-white creators they work with, you would be very hard pressed to find anyone that was darker than me. The colorism, the features, and the textures, I'm like, it's terrible. And they're still being offered lowball rates compared to the white influencers they work with 24/7. And it makes me sad because I've been seeing so many discussions from black creators talking about wanting to pivot into a different niche because they think it'll make them more brand friendly. It doesn't matter what you talk about. If you're beauty, lifestyle, politics, social justice, if the person who's in charge of making a big spreadsheet of influencers to recommend to a brand for a campaign does not think about or care about black creators, you are never going to see a deal. At one of my first agencies, my boss was walking me through this database that like sorts influencers based on like different categories, lets you know who has to go live, blah, blah, blah. And when it got to the race ethnicity category, he said, yeah, I don't know why they even have this. I wish they would just remove it. Yeah, because then you'd have to admit that like of the 400 pages of this database, it says white for like 95% of these influencers. These influencers are getting like $3,000, $4,000, $10,000 monthly across multiple brands for an Instagram story that would disappear in 24 hours. But the black people that they would work with like once in a blue moon were either like D-list celebrities or black influencers that were whitewashed as fuck. I'm not even joking. Like some white millennial influencer you've never even heard of versus like a black person who's been on a reality show. Because they're gonna go with the potential of white mediocrity versus the guarantee of black excellence every single time.
So black people don't get a seat at the table because there are not black people in those leadership positions that have the opportunity to select black creators.
So I'm an influencer, whatever the case may be, and I've been working with this big brand since September of last year. And the agreement was to, we can let you pick as many clothes as you want, just create content for it. Very easy. So in the beginning, of course, I'm like, yes, like free clothes, I would love to get that. But then the more you start creating content, like really good content, you start realizing like, you know what, I actually want to get paid. And then the tea is you find out that other influencers who are Caucasian are getting paid way more, have a lesser reach than you. So long story short, I asked the brand like, hey, I would like to get paid now. I think I've been creating really, really decent content for you guys. And I influence the girls. Like people always ask me what I'm wearing. I let them know like, oh, I'm wearing this, I'm wearing that. And their response was, oh, we don't have the budget. You don't have the budget? That's a lie.
This goes beyond social media and beyond influencing. This is even seen in the corporate world, in corporate America. And that's why you'll see so many of these companies making racist mistakes because they don't have any black faces in these main CEO positions or positions where they're able to have a voice. So as I stated previously, hair content is huge when it comes to black influencers. You have girls that are doing wig tutorials. You have them doing quick weave tutorials, natural hairstyles, box braids, knotless, locks, anything. So with that, you'll have a lot of hair sponsors reach out to these black creators. However, these hair companies, a lot of the times from Asian countries, do not want to pay black influencers what they truthfully deserve. Heck, a lot of them want to give you just free products. A big issue that stems from that is that a lot of influencers, black influencers, will accept the free products because they're lucky enough to even get a sponsorship because these companies are not reaching out to them because they're black. So they'll take those free sponsorships and it ruins it for the rest of the people that are trying to actually make a career out of it. I've had so many hair companies try to lowball me or try not to pay me at all. But there was a point when I was like, hey, free stuff ain't gonna pay the bills. And you have to start putting your foot down because I was one of those influencers that did accept the free products. So it's like, oh my God, I got a $600 wig. But that don't mean anything. Once again, that's not gonna pay the bills. The fact that these companies are not appreciating or valuing black creators' time and effort that goes into content, because this content creation stuff is a full-time job. I'm not saying it's as hard as other jobs, but it's a job and it's a difficult job. Them not valuing those two things that are so important in any field you're in is disgraceful. But then they'll just throw money at the white influencers time and time again. And what does this all circle back to? Lack of community. The way that white people will support their favorite white influencers is way different than I see it in the black community. And I'm not saying it's everybody in the black community, and I'm not saying that we're not watching black content, because I know I sure do, and I'm sure many of you do as well. The issue is that if we don't support one another, if we don't like content, if we don't push content, we're never gonna get the same respect as white influencers are getting.
There's been a lot of talk about the disparities of being a black creator lately. And as a black creator who's made a living from this app, I wanted to get my 2 cents. The reason a lot of us feel pigeonholed into a certain style of content is not because that's what TikTok is pushing. It's because that is what we are interested in. And by we, I mean black people. The algorithm is racial. It scans our faces and pushes our videos out to people who look like us and interact with videos like us, which is why we have black TikTok. When your video's not performing well on black TikTok, it's because A, bad storytelling, or B, black people are just not interested. Not buying it? Okay, tell me, why do we platform every black man in a wig characterizing a black woman? Why do we mostly platform black creators in comedy and social justice and rarely lifestyle, beauty, and home? Why do we continue to platform everybody for AV except for the people who actually define it? Why is it when a black person is living in luxury, the only people calling them out for it are other black people? The reason we receive less invites and brand deals is because our content in those other niches isn't popping up on the For You page of the people who control those lists. And it's not popping up because we're not watching. A lot of the content we get behind isn't brand safe. And I'm not here to be the content police, but How are we supposed to see ourselves at these higher places when all we interact with is gay son and thought daughter? Or who gonna pay for the birthday dinner? The only way we're gonna start seeing more of us in the room is if we start supporting black creators the way white creators are supported for their mediocrity. We have to stop limiting our content of interest so that we can take up more space on this app. And trust, once we do that, the invites, the brand deals will follow through.
I am blessed and lucky enough to have this be my full-time career, and we will talk about that in a separate video. But many black influencers do not get the same opportunity. Quite frankly, I've been doing YouTube consistently for 4 years, and the fact that I'm only at 88K, well 89 now, though I'm extremely appreciative of all the support that I've gotten, and within these past few months I feel like I should have been getting that support because I put a lot of effort into my content, likewise to a lot of influencers, black influencers. It's crazy. And then you see your white counterparts making subpar content blowing up time and time again. The point really is to support your favorite black influencers, support smaller black influencers or content creators. I've seen the black community come together for things that we really took a stance in. So imagine the power we could have if we dominate the influencer market. And for anybody that is a social media marketer or anybody that has their own business, stop lowballing influencers. A lot of time and effort goes into the craft that we're doing. And not only that, if you even just get one new customer from that influencer, that's extra money in your pockets that you weren't gonna have without that influencer. And I can understand if budgets are tight, I get it, but still pay your influencers. This free marketing thing should not be okay. And I think that we should all value everyone that puts time and effort into all of their work. So that is the end of this video, guys. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What is your opinion on Alex Earl blowing up, or just any non-white influencer that is just as talented, if not more, in their lack of blowing up as quickly as her? If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment, come get close like you own it. Read your aura, you want more.